Hey, what's up guys? It's me, Trev, and I am back today with another story time. And I'm gonna call this story time questions and answers. I know a lot of you out there have a lot of questions that y'all wanna ask. And sometimes you guys can't catch my live streams. And then, sometimes it takes me a little while to get back to y'all comments. So I am here to let everybody know that I am reading y'all comments and I'm giving you answers to your comments. First question is, what happened to you after the documentary aired in 1999? After the documentary, I basically was still homeschooled. I was living with my aunt in Harlem, and I had a tutor that came to the house and taught me, school stuff, but it wasn't going to school until, one day I just decided I was seeing all the kids outside playing with their friends, and, I wanted to, experience that because I never got to experience that, okay, get out of school and then go hang with your friends and then, go to the park or just be a kid. And, I wanted that experience. So then basically I got into a 7th grade school. At first, when I went to the school, they asked me, hey, what grade are you in? So I'm like, I don't know, I guess 7th. So they put me in the 7th grade. I graduated from there, and then I went to the 8th grade, and then so on, and I graduated high school. But within that time, before I graduated high school, at age 16, my doctor sat me down in the office and asked me this question: how would you feel about getting your feeding tube out? And I was excited to get my feeding tube out of my stomach, because I was like, oh, I don't have to worry about if I fall, it'll come out. I would have to go to the emergency room and go get this temporary tube that's so long and it's annoying. So I was excited. So I got that off, and I had to go through surgery to close the hole that's in my stomach. So then I got a summer job, my first job. I had my working papers at a gas station. And then basically just kept on working, because that's basically what I knew how to do, because I needed money for myself to, be able to buy my own stuff, be able to, be responsible and, try to teach myself. I never got a chance to learn. And one of them was traveling. Traveling was the worst, because I would have to get lost on the train or on the bus, or have to detour to figure out where am I going to try to get back to where I came from. So, but it was an adventure for me, because of the fact, not being able to go outside, not being able to travel, just being in the house all the time and being, sick all the time. Everything was new to me. So, every time I made a turn and looked at things funny, and it's like, wow, I'm looking at it weird, but to me it's amazing, because I'm like, Dad, I'm here. I've never been here before. For instance, 42nd Times Square, never been there before when I was younger. So I was like, wow, everything is amazing to me. So then I moved into a group home at age 18 because, family issues, into a group home for 2 years. And then the reason why I stayed there for 2 years is because of the fact when my mom's passed, I found out when my mom's passed, I was already in the group home. I remember the time I just got home from work. My cousin called me saying, hey, I'm walking home. I was still living in a group home. And this time we had moved from Manhattan to Queens. So I'm walking back to the group home, and my cousin calls me on the phone telling me that my mom's passed. I at first didn't believe her. I told her stop playing. I thought she was joking around. In my mind, I thought anything. I thought a lot of stuff in my mind. I'm like, why would a person joke around like that? Why would a person, do that? But I was hoping and praying that it wasn't true. But then when I got there, it was, my family was there. So then I ended up moving in with my other aunt in the Bronx.